How do you feel?
Actually, I'm quite surprised about the 222. Surprised when you put on the vintage one, a new one, the texture of the bracelet. I believe you took really a long time to really refine the process and the acquisition and everything.
45 years ago, of course, manufacturing techniques and technology couldn't give the possibility to make such fabulous bracelet. So yes, it's true. I think this is for me something absolutely phenomenal in a way, in the sense that this is such a fluid bracelet, that is really so nice. When you touch it, you feel it, and once you put the right watch on your wrist, then you have really this feeling of a second skin, really.
Fantastic work. And talking about 1977, you say you do the research.
There have been many things which happened in the world in 1977. For example, it was the year of the first Apple II computer, which was the first, let's say, portable computer. Even if the design was very industrial. Many other things like such, also at the end of the year, it was the release of Saturday Night Fever and Star Wars as well.
You picked the quiz, right? So you're a hero or queen, dancing queen?
No, I'm more into heroes of David Bowie. So, in 1977, David Bowie released Heroes, which is supposed to be one of the best tracks from and also it was the year of Low. So
what will be most inspiration thing you took from 1977 to put in the new 222?
We didn't want to lose any aspect, any quality of the original design. So our designer who made a fabulous job. For example, below the bezel, we have a kind of very tiny disc which has been polished and which contrasts super well with the satin finish of the watch, and that gives some sophistication. The light catch up the surface of the disc and reflects in a nice way.
I'm just about to say that when I turn the date, I really like when it turns the accuracy and the moment itself. Because this year we see the yellow gold. Have you ever tried, when you're doing the research, try the different material?
We had, of course, the possibility to select different materials for the 222, namely, besides yellow gold, namely steel or mixed steel and gold. But we thought that the full yellow gold 222 would be really, driving us back to the 70s in terms of style. We had these watches in flamboyant yellow gold color with integrated bracelets. It was a decade of kind of extravaganza, freedom, breaking the codes. So I think it goes super well with the story behind the 222.
This year, the titanium skeleton overseas Tourbillon. Talk about this a bit more.
And for us, it's very important to carry on with complicated models in overseas. And this year this one is a quite important novelty. So this is the overseas Tourbillon skeleton. So how did we do it? So we took our automatic tourbillon movement 2160, and we have removed approximately 20% of the existing material to create this kind of architecture of metal. So instead of decorating the bridges or the plates with some engraving, we have decided to leave full space for our specialist of hand finishing. And in addition, as you know, Laura, we have our unique solution of the Peripheral Rotor, something which is very rare. I think in the watchmaking, probably, I don't know, maybe 1% of the watches have this complicated technical solution, meaning that the winding rotor is not attached at the center of the movement, but it is really in the periphery. And so, as we understand, it doesn't hide any component of the movement which is open worked.
Do I have the impression it's more shining than the rest of the titanium?
What we can say is that the moment we decided to go for titanium for the overseas tourbillon skeleton, We wanted to reach the level of finishing, a level of finishing which would be equal to steel.
To lead a team to design the female watch would be like more challenging for you?
In the case of Égérie, it's true that the design of the timepiece was driven by one lady who is designer in-house, a very experimented one. And I think she really understood that she could catch up or incorporate some elements from the heritage of the brand. However, at the same time, she has been able to create a very contemporary timepiece.
Yes, I think this year the Patrimony ladies' watch, just very
great.
pure, like the purity of a gem.
Patrimony is really for me the essence of the style of Vacheron Constantin when we speak about elegance, classicism, refinement, and sophistication. It's a watch which is rooted in the 50s. This decade of supreme elegance and great designs. And in addition, this year we came with a feminine version which is so sophisticated, in the sense that this gradient dial is so chic. So this is something which I think gives a lot of femininity and a lot of refinement to the whole timepiece.
We think Vacheron Constantin really have a spirit of classic with a twist. So how do you define or how do you explain the classic with twist?
It's for me a tension which is created by a very strict kind of watchmaking. Let's take for example the chronograph Corne de Vache, cow horn lugs. So on one side, what do you have? So you have a super accurate chronograph with a super good movement and a very readable dial. And then suddenly, what do you have? You have some totally unexpected lugs shaped like the horns of a cow. This is totally unexpected, and this twist, these surprising elements, are bringing in a way interacting in a nice way with the classic design. And I think this is really something very much rooted in the company. And of course, I could mention the American 21 as well, with the crown at 1 o'clock and the dial which is turned like that. So all these are really, for me, very good example of this twist. Did you go to the windows outside? Where they are so,
yes.
They are so creative.
The pop up.
Yeah.
Something like pop up.
It's like it's like.
I especially like the tourbillon with the jellyfish. The jellyfish.
So cool.
Tourbillon.
Yeah, I love it as well. Yeah, very much.
And I was thinking, okay, tourbillon can be dive into the water.
Yeah, well, you are,
maybe one day.
You are thinking too far. Yeah.
I'm thinking too technical.
maybe.
Oh, the cocktail, they have plenty. Perfection in detail. Okay, perfection in detail is me.